Masc babes with small titties are God's favourites. You are God's favourites.
My titties are not even that small, you know.
They're the ones that you don't even have
That
to wear
have
bras,
no.
yeah.
Oh my god!
You have to wear
I'm
small, bro.
jealous.
You don't have to wear no
They
small,
have
bro.
small in their white vest.
Ah, the one.
Fuck's sake. Hello.
Hello.
Hi guys, and welcome to episode 199 of the Titties podcast. I am Nana,
And I'm Ro.
and together we are
Titties.
Hi guys. Hold on, two fingers. Hi guys.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. Do you know what? Yeah, I didn't even tell you this. Somebody sent me a Instagram DM
Yeah.
on Wednesday morning
Wednesday morning. What time was
of a
this?
video of them doing our intro.
I need to see this.
It was so
A video.
funny. Yeah, the video recorded themselves going, "Hi, I'm Nana, I'm right," and together we are Titties.
Listen, I don't even know how that intro came about.
It wasn't even discussed.
We didn't do that in the beginning, did we? I don't know.
We
What
did.
Did we?
I feel like we just did it in the first episode. And
Can you go back and look? See as well on 199.
this is 199.
199 of TT's podcast. Let's hear
feel
it.
like, okay, let's try to scroll all the way down.
Let's hear it, because that is wild.
Okay, let's see.
Welcome to episode 2 of Tutu's podcast. I'm Nana.
And I am Rose.
And together we are Tutus.
Man, that's crazy.
Ah!
Wow.
Shall we
guys.
sound so sensual?
We did. No,
Yeah.
someone said to me, "Oh, it was Yasmin." She said, "Oh, you two should do like voiceovers," and I was like, "Do you know what? I actually wanted to do that at a time. I did. I wanted to do voiceovers because we have sensual voices. Do you know what I mean?" But yeah,
we are two
twos on the mic. 199.
199. We had a party on Sunday.
Oh yeah, we did.
we had a pride
We
party,
had a
and the
pride
time was
party.
fucking hard.
Oh my god! Do you know what? Like, I was just having the time of my life. I was having so much fun.
Yeah.
That was my party, but I was having so much fun because it was so good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Everyone came with good vibes. We came late, but it still came with good vibes.
Yeah, it came with good vibes. Everyone looked good. There was
Yeah.
some good-looking people at that event.
Oh, there was some.
some good-looking
There
people.
was a little something that everybody was trying to move to.
Was there now?
That one person.
Oh,
who was
yeah.
saying, "Can I have to do it?"
Yeah.
They're fine as fuck.
They're fine as fuck. Good vibes. You know, all the ladies were loving them. And
Yeah.
we loved that. But yeah, it was a good time.
It was a good time, and thank you so much to our friends, especially to Adobe, for surprising us with some cupcakes.
Yeah, to
for our
celebrate.
almost episode 200. We cried like some bitches.
I tried to hold it in, child. I was like, I felt myself tearing up when the cake came out because I was shocked. I was so surprised. Cake came out, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm holding it in. Until then we started hugging, and that's like,
I was just crying
like shuddering and
so
shit.
balling.
It was mad, but it was fake. Shout out to our friends, man, and you know, like they gave us our moment, which was so
that was
beautiful.
nice.
Yeah, because it's 200 episodes is not some small feat. Do you know what
I was telling
mean?
my mum, because mum was like, "Why have you got cupcakes?" And I was
So
like,
whose
she's like, "Whose
birthday is it?"
birthday? Yeah, she's like, whose birthday is it?" And I was like, two twos. We're almost on
Tutu's
200
birthday.
episodes.
Yeah.
And guess what my mum said?
What?
Is that all?
Do you know what? It seems small in the grand scheme. Like,
African parents.
Yeah.
She's like, "Is that all?" Because she goes, "How many years have you been doing it?" And I was like, "Since 2019." And she's like, "You're only on 200 episodes now." Listen, yeah, because we haven't done it every single week.
Yeah.
And when we go on holidays, we don't record.
But I don't think it'll be that much more.
The Receipts podcast has just been on episode 200. Obviously, they have your receipts.
Yeah,
in between,
exactly. That's split
but
in
they've
half,
only
isn't
just
it?
been on episode
Yeah.
200 recently.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think ours would be that much, like more.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
But no, we're very proud to be, you know, get to that 200 episode because it's no small feat. You know, everybody knows what it's like. Podcasting is a job. Okay, you have to be committed. You have to want to do it. You have to have joy in it to do it. And so I feel like we definitely come a long way since the first episode.
Yeah, we've definitely come a long way, and I think you've heard us say that better times before.
Yeah.
Like, we've come a long way.
Come a long way.
And we can't wait till next week is episode 200.
Yeah. Do you remember what you felt like when you first recorded that episode, the first episode?
No.
I remember feeling really nervous. I was so
But
nervous.
when we were recording it, you mean?
Yeah, like when we
Oh,
first
yeah.
started, like my voice was all shaky and
Yeah,
like I was really, really nervous.
Yeah.
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 but then over time, confidence.
It's definitely become something we're more used to since that. Cause I feel like we were really super prepared. Like we had topics written down.
We did.
We don't have topics written down anymore. But we're gonna go back to writing topics down. We are gonna start producing our episodes again. And it was a bit scary because I was like, there's this piece of equipment that's in front of you and these mics, and like we used to go all the way to Peckham to go and record, and like on mainly on Sundays we used to record, innit?
Yeah.
We used to pay for studio time then.
It was a trek as well.
And it was a trek.
Yeah.
Shout out to London Podcast Studios for the partnership. Remember to use our code 22pod. That's 22 in numericals and pod, POD in capitals, for 20% off studio time. Do that. Use our code. Get your money off.
Yeah.
Record some podcasts.
Yeah. I mean, I love that. Cheers. And when we are on our 200th episode, we have a little something. Special episode. Do a special episode. Why are you looking at me like that?
Do we?
We'll have a special episode.
Okay. What she saying?
Have a special episode. But yeah.
Also, this week, guys, so I got the opportunity to host a Q&A panel for Kat Burns' short film that came out. Well, it's not out yet, it's coming out soon. But her album, Early 20s, is out. The short film is also called Early 20s. The Q&A was so much fun and it was just hilarious. But the album is out, guys.
Get that album.
I'm going to need you guys to support the fuck out of this album.
Yeah.
Like, she has India Arie as a feature.
Do you know how mad that is?
On your debut album.
That's crazy.
A legend.
Crazy.
And what is about Kat Burns? Kat Burns is queer, is black, and is absolutely talented.
Yeah.
And I just feel like as members of the black queer community, we need to support her more, man.
I remember when I first came across her, she was doing she was writing songs. Like she'd write little quick songs and post them on IG, and also she'd do covers as well.
Yeah.
That's when I remember seeing her. I was like, oh my god, she's so
Nana
talented.
told me about Kat Burns.
She's so talented. I was like, her voice is amazing, and we've seen the growth. We've seen where she started out and where she is now, and obviously there's much more to come for Kat Burns.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that album is out now, guys.
The album's out.
Support.
Stream the fuck. Buy the fuck.
Stream
Do you know
that.
why? Because money FMX.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
And it's for you guys. Do you know what I mean? This is an artist who is writing about queer experiences. We didn't have that a while ago. And I just feel like now we should be taking, do you know
how monumental that is?
This
There is
huge.
a black lesbian
Yep.
singing about queer experiences and has an album out and they're in the mainstream.
Yeah.
That's not something
It's
that's
not small, It's not small. It's not small at all. It's big. That's huge. So congratulations
And they're
to
doing
Kat.
pop.
Yeah, they're doing pop as well. Like for all you pop lovers, I love a bit of pop, so I'm gonna be
Do you
streaming
know what?
the
Yeah,
album.
for me, I wouldn't say that it's too popish. I think she has an R&B flair in it too.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah.
Even when she does the covers or she sings with her mum and stuff, you can see where that comes from. Her mum's also got a beautiful voice, but you can see where that comes from. Do you know what I mean? So very much in the R&B, but also in that pop, world as well. It's nice. It's a nice little.
It's definitely nice. And guys, UK Black Pride. I know you like the Miss Banks, and I know that you like, the UK rappers and stuff, things like that. But we have UK singers as well. UK Black Pride. I just want to see. I feel like when it comes to black events in general, whether things like Fluid. Let's be honest. Yeah, called a white brother and sister are the people who run it, but it's a predominantly black crowd that attends.
Yeah.
It's predominantly black music that is played there, and I feel like, even though it's got white owners, I can say it's a black space. I can say it's a black queer space for the most part. And I would say that places like there, and also, I feel like Lick is a bit more mixed, to be fair, than Fluid. But all these places where a lot of black people go, I feel like when it comes to, I'll put Lick aside because Lick has a whole variety of performers. But when it comes to people that perform at the events, I feel like there's different kinds of black people. And when we had Yasmin Benoit on the podcast, during lockdown, speaking about being asexual, she was saying how this is the first ever black platform that she's been asked to be on. And I think when people say that, I think that's mad. And she's not the only person to come on the podcast and say that. And I feel like it's because if you're not a certain type of black person, if you're not a type of black person who is from inner London and is into similar things and like you have a similar culture,
Yeah.
if you're outside of that,
Yeah.
it means you're not black
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
And that's something that we need to just let go of.
Yeah.
It's not true.
We're allowed to have different blacks also. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we're allowed, we're not all the same. Like, that's absolutely fine, and we can like different things. Like,
Absolutely.
do you know what I mean? So I think we should expand, you know, our the things that we like, and I think we should expand that and, you know, support different people. I mean, like it's true, yeah. Because when Ray was on here, he was talking about his friends and how he grew up like in Essex or out of London or whatever it was, and how they're different and more open and stuff like that. Like, you're allowed to have different types of blacks. It's fine,
100%.
but that doesn't mean that we should exclude. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it doesn't mean. And the thing is, just because things are different, it doesn't mean you're not gonna find a common ground.
Yeah.
Like, ultimately, we're still black.
Yeah.
Our experiences are still going to align at some point, especially when it
Somewhere.
comes to moving through this world as a black person. And then there are differences, and how beautiful is it having differences?
It is.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Because you
Like,
get to learn something.
it's good.
Do you
It's
know what I
always good to
mean?
learn shit.
You get to learn something from somebody who's not like you, and I think that's what I like as well. So yeah.
Yeah, and also they're doing good shit. It's
When
enjoyable.
when the quality is good, the quality is good.
Yeah,
That's
one thing
it.
about me, I like a
Full stop.
quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
But yeah, this is so random, yeah. But I was saying to you on the way here, I was just like, can lesbians have sugar mummies or women loving women people? Can we have sugar mummies?
Oh, absolutely. I don't know if we can have sugar mummies.
Because at what age does having a sugar mummy even stop?
Exactly.
And what
like,
age do you start to become a sugar mummy? Are we sugar mummies?
we don't date 21-year-olds, so
But
we'll know.
I mean, are we of sugar mummy age?
I think we could be. I definitely think
That's really disturbing for me.
I think that we could be if we did date. But what is a sugar mummy? First of all,
I
what
guess
is the
a sugar mummy,
definition?
yeah, it would be someone who
Looks after you.
Yeah, takes care of you financially.
Yeah.
You know, takes you on dates. I don't know if the sex is a part of that.
I think it usually is. Yeah.
Do you think so?
I feel like more time that is that not the exchange. I might be wrong. I don't
Do you know,
know.
people say that. I mean, I guess it depends. I think everyone's situation
Yeah,
that is different.
it's different. Yeah.
But so it could be, or maybe it's not.
Typically, I would think it would be.
Yeah, have you ever had one, a sugar mummy?
No, I've never had a sugar mummy. I always wanted one, but yeah. I also heard. So I've heard from people who've had sugar mummies that they can be quite like territorial and you know, jealous, and because they're older, maybe they have some insecurities there, whatever. So I've heard that too. So that kind of put me off it. Like, I don't want somebody to cage me up just because, you know, they're buying me Louis. But I guess that's the exchange sometimes.
That is the exchange. I mean, I've dated somebody who was taking care of me before. I wouldn't call them sugar mummy because
they
it
weren't
wasn't
older.
Yeah, they weren't older than me.
Yeah.
But I was well taken care of, and I would say there's some sort of exchange.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a bad exchange, but I do think that I don't think this was on them, but I felt like there was like an expectation of me to be a certain way sometimes towards them, even if I didn't want to.
Yeah.
But because of the way I am, I wasn't. But I do think I allowed certain things to run because I was being taken care of, basically. So
I do tend to feel like they own you, or like because they're paying for certain things or doing certain things, when they call, you have to be like, I'm here.
you have
Do you know
to be
what I
jumping,
mean?
boy.
You have to be jumping.
And also, like, as well, I feel like I didn't want them to feel like I was using them, because I wasn't using them, but they were just in a position to take care of me. You know what I'm saying? And also, I never had that before, so it was nice for me to experience that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, because I'm always the one taking care of everybody, so it was nice to experience the reverse. And now there needs to be a balance. But
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like I stayed in that situation longer than I should have, because I was being taken care of, to be honest. And I also, like I said, I didn't want the person to feel used, but that becomes a factor of why you're still
I think
there.
they're always gonna be. I think they're always gonna feel used if they're not getting what they want.
They said that they didn't feel used. I feel like probably now that we're not talking together, they might think that like now, because I think when we in the beginning, I was like, don't get me things, yeah, if you're gonna throw it back in my face. So I feel that they didn't. They purposely didn't, because I said to them, you are going to throw it back in my face. When it comes to people who do, because I've been there. I've been the giver. And then when shit has hit the fan, I'm like, well, I did this for you. Do you know what I'm saying? And I guess it's kind of natural, but then it makes you have to remember, you have to ask yourself, why am I doing this for the person then?
Yeah. But I
before
feel
you
like
do it.
people always, I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like people use money as some sort of like leverage.
Yeah.
I think so. I think when people are in that position, they're always gonna feel like they own you. Like even if they don't mean to, like they're always gonna feel like, oh, I did this for you, and that's like, even if they don't say it to you, they're thinking it. Do you know what I mean? So like,
Oh, she said it in the end.
yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah, she said it in the
There you
end.
go. And I understand
Like-
people like, you know, have emotions. People get upset. Things don't always like go the way they want it to go and stuff like that. Like even happens in relationships where it's not that kind of dynamic, but you know, you give your partner stuff and then when you break up, you want it back, which is wrong. Do you know what I mean? I remember one of my exes, she bought me like a bike and she was like, I was ignoring, I broke up with her and then I was ignoring her phone calls and she was like, give me back the bike. And I was like, come and get it then.
She didn't come get it, did
She
she?
didn't come again. She's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just upset.
I have asked for things back, as you know.
I've never asked for anything back, you know.
I've asked for things back one time, and the reason why is because I gave so much to this person, and they gave very little back. Cool, whatever. But the reason why is because during the breakup, she went round. Well, somebody told me that she said the things that Ro was doing for me, anyone can do it for me. So I said, okay, give me the shit back then. I actually didn't even receive the things back in it, and I think I kind of told. Do you know what it is? I just didn't want her to have it.
Yeah.
So I told her to give it to charity. I don't know if she really did. I don't think she gave everything because I did see that the podcast mic that I bought for her is being used. I did see that at some point. I don't know about now, but I did see it at some point it was being used. I did see that the MacBook I gave her was also being used at some point. But I'm not sure she gave everything back to charity. However, when she said that, I all of a sudden felt used. So and I felt like she wasn't appreciative and things like that.
Yeah, I
And,
mean, you did do a lot, do you know what I mean? So I understand why
I've
you
done too
felt that
much.
way. Yeah, way too much.
Yeah.
I
She's
understand
ruined
why.
it for everybody else. My babe's
No,
nice,
but then now there has to be a bit of a balance. I still feel like you have it in you, but I feel like it's gonna be scaled back a little bit because of what you experienced. You know what I mean?
It's still scaled back. But anyway, I remember the obviously my babe, I don't think my babe can tell. She's just like, forget about that bitch.
I know, but still, like,
She's like, forget about that.
do you know it's hard? It's hard because I know, like, even like in my past relationship, when I've gone all out and done stuff, and then we have an argument at the end of the night. Are you fucking kidding me?
That is the part.
Are you
like,
fucking kidding me? That shit pisses me off.
And the thing is, we got to like to go to dinner. If we go to dinner, especially, if I'm going to, I'm taking someone on a date for dinner. It's going to be in the 3-figure mark, whatever our bill is going to be. And so I've spent hundreds of pounds on dinner, something that we're going to shit out and pee out, yeah?
That's my point.
And then we're arguing afterwards. It just, no.
No, you better be quiet. Whatever problem you have, you better leave it at least 2 days.
Yeah.
At least 2 working days.
Let it at least money leave a bank account.
Yeah.
Look, it's still in the pending
Yeah,
section.
exactly.
Let it leave the bank account before we
And
argue.
you want to argue? Are you mad? Like, I hated that shit so much. I hated that shit. I've gone all out for you. You want to argue?
Nah. Like I saw Hazel from what's that show called again? It's the Stars of LA.
Oh,
Yeah. I saw her
she did a TikTok.
did a TikTok and she was eating she was out eating by herself and she was like, basically saying she preferred spending $15 to $20 on a lunch or dinner by herself because there's no argument basically, rather than spending hundreds of dollars for there to be arguing.
Yeah, like I don't pick one. Pick the argument or the dinner. You can't have both. Okay.
Where is bothering? Exactly. It's actually true.
Yeah, like
Do you know what? Yeah.
yeah,
I'm gonna be like, in 2 days time.
yeah. We'll talk about this in 2 days, 2 working days. Nah, because women like to do that a lot. Do you know what else women like to do that I don't like? When you're ordering food and they say that they're not hungry and then your food comes and then they eat your food. Why did you say you didn't want any? Why?
I don't really like to share my food.
I don't like sharing my food either.
And the things I always gonna ask, do you want something?
Yeah. Yeah. Because in my mind, I've mentally prepared myself to eat my meal. So, and I've mentally prepared to eat that portion.
Yeah.
So I didn't make plans for you to have a bit of my food.
No, I did not.
So when I'm ordering food and I say, are you hungry? Would you like something? Put your order in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Jam. If you had a sugar mummy before, let us know.
Yeah. Let us know what the experience was like.
Yeah. Use the hashtag TT's podcast and conversation on Twitter, or even just put it in our Instagram.
Yeah. Just put it in our comments. What's the oldest you
YouTube.
would date? Talk about
The
sugar
oldest
mummy.
I would date.
Yeah.
Okay, now that I'm 33, I think the oldest that I would date is 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the oldest I would date is like 40, 41 maybe. Yeah. Youngest?
Youngest I would date is still 27.
Yeah, 27. I saw there was a whole discussion
Maybe
up there
26.
on yeah, maybe 26.
It's too young though. Oh, okay. It's just, yeah.
Do you know what? 26 sounds okay, but then when you get speaking to them, 27 is just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, I think 27. Let's keep it at
Even
27.
sometimes 27 is a bit too young sometimes. It depends on the person.
Yeah, it depends on the person.
But we can 27, we can be open to it from 27.
Yeah.
But having currently dating someone who is 27,
Yeah.
I can feel like when sometimes we're out, sometimes people that know me ask me how old is she. People that know me, and I feel like I don't know why they, but maybe because she's short. I don't know. Because people ask me like, how old is she, but I don't think because she doesn't even actually talk that much.
Yeah.
She doesn't. She's quite shy. Not shy. She's just an introverted person.
Yeah.
And so she says hello and stuff like that, but she's not like having big conversations. So it's not based on conversation.
So you just want to know what it
She
is.
does have a baby face sometimes, though.
Yeah, I guess
does
she
have a baby
does, and
face
she's
sometimes.
small.
Yeah,
well.
she's just small.
So there's that.
So maybe that's where it leads.
But
But
yeah.
that's... And even before I started dating, I had to ask a group chat, what do you guys think?
It's just one of those things. Like, it was out the other day, and there was this really pretty girl at the end of an event we went to, and she was smiling at me. So me too, I started smiling, shining teeth. And then I went to talk to her, and I was like, how old are you? She was like 25. I said, oh no. I said, oh no.
Everyone's 25.
Everyone is 25.
And do you know what's really funny? When people come to us after listening to the podcast and they're like, guys, you lot at this age thing,
They're like, oh, I've got PTSD. Like,
Yeah.
I'm triggered.
Yeah, because a lot of people do date people. In our
Yeah.
community, there is a lot of age gap situations.
Yeah.
And people are just like, yeah, I'm 30 something and I'm dating somebody who's 29, or I'm like 40 something and I'm dating somebody who's 29. And I think it depends on the situation.
It depends on the age and where you are. Like, if
It's
you're
where you
more
are in
towards
life.
if you're more towards the 20s, dating in your 30s, you're dating more towards like the early 20s. I think that's a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like from 27 onwards,
Yeah.
you're just an adult.
You can date whatever you want.
Whatever you want. I just
Yeah.
want 27 onwards, you can date whatever you want. If you're 27, you want to date someone who's 45,
Yeah.
okay, sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just think like you're more seasoned
Yeah,
adults at that age.
yeah.
Do you know? But again, not everyone is a seasoned adult even at 30. So it just depends,
It depends
on the person. But I
Yeah.
just think it's appropriate from 27 on.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just think that just be mindful, innit? If you're the older person, just always be mindful. That's all I think.
Yeah,
I think, yeah.
That's definitely a thing. Yeah. I think you need to be careful, because I feel like if you know that your life experiences or whatever have made you more mature than the other person that you're dating, they need to be entitled to go through what they need to go
Exactly.
through.
You need to give them that time as well. You can't rush it. You can't rush them.
I don't think you should rush people
Yeah.
into maturing. We can't rush people into coming out to their families. Like, there's some certain things that even though you're together, it's a personal journey, and you need to leave them to
do that. Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think it sometimes boils down to like experience, and that's why when we was talking about like virginity at the time, yes, we know it's a social construct. Yeah, we've even said that on the podcast before, but it doesn't change the fact that these things exist. Like, two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
Virginity can be a social construct, but there can be, and there's also stuff attached to it, and that would be the reason why I wouldn't sleep with somebody who is a flat out virgin, because they haven't experienced anything, which means that they're gonna have lots of emotions, because people make this virginity thing as to be something that's some huge thing of you've lost your virginity now. You're now someone different, all this stuff like that. Like, it's such a big thing. So yeah,
Purity is attached to
purity
it.
is attached to it.
And for some people, nothing is attached to it.
Yeah, for some people, nothing is. But my point still stands that like there is this huge thing around virginity, and that's why I wouldn't want the responsibility of taking somebody's quote unquote virginity, and at the same time, it's a social construct. Okay, like.
To the person who was chatting shit online.
Two things can be true.
I think with podcasting, it's discussion. You offer different angles of a topic. Not everything is going to be samey. As lesbians who are speaking about queer stuff, sometimes we speak about things a bit more hetero. And do you know what I'm saying? But there's different angles to come from, because there are people in our community who exist in a very hetero lens. That's how they prefer to live.
And that's their
personal problem.
That's their life.
That's their life.
They
Who
do
are
what
we
they
to
want.
say like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, living a heteronormative life, whatever. Cool, we can say that, but we can't expect different from them.
No, we can't. And even like hearing about how some couples have like very hetero sex, like some women loving women be having the most hetero sex. Like, and for me, that's not for me, but it's not also for me to judge them about what they're doing. Clearly they're enjoying it and they like it. So like, let's leave them up to that. It's not every day.
Yeah.
That's the thing about social media sometimes. It's just like somebody has an opinion and someone's like, that opinion's wrong. But everyone's different and they're allowed and entitled to have their own opinions.
Yeah, good for them. I'm in of it for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we was talking about HIV in one of our last episodes, and you know, we don't claim to know everything. Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't claim. And this came from a tweet about a person with HIV being undetected and therefore not being able to pass it on. And my question was like, when do we know like that this person, obviously they get tested, but like, is it possible for them to still like pass it on at some point if something happens? I don't know. So I did a little bit of reading, as you do, as you're supposed to do, and learned that if it's undetected, it means that it's not in the viral load, like the infection is not in the viral load, so they can't pass it on. Right. And I saw a tweet the other day, someone saying that he was part of a study with his boyfriend, and the study was to see if you can catch HIV if your partner's undetected, and it was 100% no. So
there you go.
There's your answer. Like, yeah, we don't claim to know everything, but like, it's just when you have discussions and stuff, it just opens your mind. Yeah, it opens your mind. It makes you question, like, it makes you want to learn more things. So guys, that's what we're here for. That's what podcasts are here for, Yeah,
definitely.
So
definitely.
So my friends, including Ro, told me that I'll never find love, and I will give in to a previous relationship when I'm 40.
Yeah. I don't think that you would never find love yet. I feel like you're not open to finding love. I feel the love is there for you to find. I just feel like your heart is not completely open to it. But I feel like, and I don't know when it's going to open. So if it doesn't open, you're going to be back in that relationship when you're 40. Remember, 41 and under.
Yeah, 41 fine, 41 and under. Which I found very, very interesting. But as I said, there's a whole world out there. Do you know what I mean? So I don't necessarily think that is true.
Okay.
But they're adamant. Yeah. But also, I need everyone to just relax and everyone stop asking me if I'm getting back with my ex. It's enough now.
I feel like because a lot of people haven't seen a closeness between exes, and I feel like they haven't seen a closeness that is public. Do you know what I mean? You still tag each other's stories. Like, people see you guys still out, and then when you're out, you're still looking a bit like glary-eyed at each other. So
I don't think that's true.
I feel like other people will see it like that. I feel that's how other people, and it's because you're exes. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like even if you guys were standing 2 inches away from each other, the fact that you're exes and you're standing next to each other is enough for people.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what it is, really. I think that people just ain't seen it. It's not something they regularly see, and it's like you guys still have a healthy relationship, and people it's not something that people see. Do you know what I'm saying?
I remember someone was asked me.
Experience.
Someone asked me if we were still fucking. I said, huh?
Who?
I can't remember who it was. But someone was like, you are definitely. I was like, no, we're not.
No, yeah.
We're not.
I just feel like maybe that's...
We're actually friends.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. People have not seen exes become friends. And I to a certain extent, I actually don't believe that exes can be friends. Like, to be that close. Do you know what I mean? Like, and like dating other people and stuff like that. You can't be that, because you're always gonna feel some type of way, especially if it's like your last ex and you had significant feelings for them. You're always gonna feel some type of way. So I don't feel like exes can be like close. I'm still cool with all of my other exes as well, but to be
not besties,
no.
But also, I think it's different as well when you've been in a relationship that everyone knows about, a public one, then you remain friends. Oh my God, because I thought no one would say anything about if they saw you with any other exes, because they don't know them.
Yeah,
and even
true.
if they do find out, okay, that's one of Nana's exes,
Yeah.
they still wouldn't think what they think about the other ex, this recent one.
Yeah.
So I just feel like being public with somebody and then moving on afterwards is difficult. And I feel like the person you become serious with afterwards has to be quite strong-willed.
But that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't, if, say for instance, like I got into a new relationship and it was serious, there would have to be some boundaries put in place as a respect thing for my new relationship, which definitely. I think is fair.
Yeah,
like
100%. Yeah,
because I'm thinking about what I'm willing to tolerate. You know, like if my partner had an ex that was like they were bare close and had some significant whirlwind romance and shit. Like, sorry, what?
Then FaceTime's gotta stop.
What? Like, no, absolutely not. So like, yeah, I wouldn't tolerate that. I wouldn't expect my partner to tolerate that either. There would have to be some boundaries put in place. I think that's only fair.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that might look sad, but it's.
It is what it is.
It has to be done. Yeah,
I mean, if you're gonna choose to be with somebody and choose not to be with somebody,
you got to make your fucking choice, isn't it? You can't have it both ways. Yeah. Like, so you see what the future.
But even
holds.
that, like, have been with somebody when you're with somebody in a public relationship and then you have a relationship with somebody else, that person, when you bring them out, that is hard. It's hard for that person too, you know. It's really hard for that person too, and I think it's even hard for somebody to move on once they've been with a visible person as well.
Yeah.
Because I know there's always that comparisons. There's always nobody compares. Well, not I know of compares my babes to anybody that I've dated before because she's incomparable. So there's no one to compare it to. So, but yeah, I think it is difficult for that person.
Yeah, it would be.
Especially if you're all in the same space still. Sometimes it's difficult because everybody, like I said, everyone's looking.
Everyone knows. And it's like, you know, like, especially knowing like what the history is and like, you know, obviously there was a person before them that was around the friends as well. Like, do you know what I mean? As well as like...
It's a lot. That's why you can't just move on with an onion.
Oh, God.
You can't really move on with an onion because it's just... Did you see that video of Michael Ealy lifting up Megan Goods?
I posted that yesterday. Do you know how funny that is?
What would you do if you were Jonathan?
Jonathan is hilarious. Like,
he tried.
We still don't know where his, you know, if he was
Didn't he get guilty?
He did, but he got guilty for like something minor.
Yeah,
like,
so
I
he
think
still has a career.
He still have a career. I think they came to the conclusion that they'll both fight in whatever it was. So we really don't know. There's some people who have opinions that he's an abuser. Some people like, see, he got proven, you know, like he wasn't guilty, so fine, okay. But he's hilarious. That look, the way he looked at them was so funny. How would you feel if, you know, say you're dating your babe, and her guy friend is saying hello to her and picks her up, lifts her off the ground.
We spoke about this last night. Me and her spoke about this last night. Do you know why we spoke about this?
As in...
Do you know why that video clip was quite relevant to us? At the recipe, one of my friends jumped on me. My very platonic, my oldest friend, you know what I'm talking about? My oldest friend that I have, my sister, jumped on me. Not to the point where like her legs were wrapped around me, but she just jumped on me like a little bit and she jumped down because she was excited to see me and I was excited to see her.
Right.
My babes thought that was inappropriate. She just thinks it's inappropriate for any woman to be jumping on me, yeah. And I was just like,
Yoruba woman.
It's not that deep.
It's just
Yoruba,
isn't it?
It's
just Yoruba. Like,
yeah.
Yoruba women behaviour.
Yeah. So I was like, it's just not that deep, but like, you know, whatever, cool. So then when this video came out, I was like, she was like, what would you do?
That's different.
She's like, if one of my guy friends lifted me up, what would you do? I was like, they need to put you the fuck down about lifting you up. When that's not what we're going to do. And I reminded her of one of my friends. She was like, oh. This is ultimately the same thing.
Yeah.
And then she was like, no, it's different. It's different.
I think it's even worse for the man to pick her up. I think it's even worse because with guys, yeah.
Michael really had the long squeeze as well.
And they've played opposite each other as love interests. Please stop right there. Do you know with guys it's different because guys, even though they're your friends, if you give them the opportunity to have sex, they will have sex with you.
1000%.
That's why it's different. Oh. I'm sorry, but like us being queer women, loving women, doesn't mean we want to sleep with every rotted woman in this world.
No,
it doesn't.
And
It's
some
not
of
the
our
same for
platonic
men.
relationships are actually platonic.
Very platonic.
Yeah.
Very platonic.
Yeah.
Like, we sisters. We're sisters.
Nothing's ever gonna go down.
Nothing's
in
happening.
this
Nothing
bitch.
will ever happen. Do you know what I mean? But with men, it's not the fucking same.
Yeah.
They will sleep with anything.
Yeah.
Anyone.
Yeah. So I was like to her, no one's going to be lifting you up. And
Off the ground, where your feet is off the ground. Absolutely.
and the thing
fucking
is,
not.
yeah, you can see Jonathan's face. He's still making good face. They kind of look at each other like.
Michael Early is terrible for that. He's absolutely
But he knows
terrible.
he can.
He's fine, so he can.
He knows that he can. Do you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And that's what I said to my babes. I was like, no one should feel like they can.
Oh, but absolutely. That I mean,
But,
that's
yeah.
and that's the thing. Like, come on. Let's all be respectful here. Do you know what I mean? Like, Michael Early felt like he could, and that's what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember we were talking about the pride flag the other day, and we said we didn't know what it meant.
But there's extra bit to know now.
But the first one, because people don't know what the colours were. People don't know that the colours actually mean something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the colours actually mean something. So the first pride flag was created in 1978. Yeah, and the colours. I'm gonna tell you what the colours represent. Yeah. So the pink represents sexuality, red for healing, yellow for sun, green for serenity with nature, turquoise for art, indigo for harmony, and violet for spirit. But it now has 6 colours. It had 8, now it has 6.
So it doesn't mean lesbian and all that.
No. Yeah. That's what I thought. Somebody
There's the
told me
progress
that.
flag.
The progress flag, yeah. So the progress flag was created in 2018 by a non-binary artist. And it's got stripes of black and brown to represent marginalized LGBTQIA plus people of color. Yeah, so it does. So we was right about that then.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously, you know, you've got trans flag as well. You've got intersex flag. You've got bisexual flag. You've got lesbian flag. You've got pansexual flag. You've got non-binary flag. You've got asexual flag. You've got gender fluid flag. You've got agender flag, gender queer flag, and that's it. There's a lot. I love our community. Though.
Oh yeah, I'll just say that I love our community.
I love our community, but
If you like it, I love it.
it's a lot. I'm fine with one flag with multiple things. Like they've included the progress flag, and
I'm not sure if we really need any more upgrades.
there's a love heart and a new one.
That means disability.
Oh, I heard. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Do you know what I think? I just feel like, as individuals, there are many things about us.
Are we gonna put all of them on the flag?
We can't add everything. I just feel like we can't. I feel like a disabled person who is queer is going to fit somewhere on the flag anyway.
And it should go without saying that we love everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand. I feel like queer disabled people are not included in a lot of queer spaces. And I feel like that's down to the queer community to fix that.
Not to put it on a fucking flag, because
I
what
don't
is
think
that
it's put
going
on
to
the
do?
flag.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
It's quite performative.
Exactly. Let's change things with action. Do you know what I mean? Not by slapping a love heart on a flag.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, if they were a trans person, they're already represented on the flag.
Yeah.
And I feel like there needs to be, not everything needs to be so exclusionary. I hope that's the way I said it properly.
Yeah, that is the
It's
word.
not everything you have to exclude. So now, like, when you do that, I feel like you're excluding a disabled person. They're now a trans disabled person instead of just a trans person.
Yeah.
I hope that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's down to the queer community in general to be more accessible.
Yeah.
And not just point that period.
Yeah,
And I
more
think we need to
inclusive.
add on top of the flag.
Yeah.
I think it's just doing a bit too much. But like I said, if you like it, I love it.
I mean, yeah, but I think it's performative as well. Like, let the actions speak, not by adding more things to the flag.
There's going to be no more space on the flag soon.
They'll make space.
I don't know any other flag who's updated themselves more than the LGBT flag. That I just, like, when you look at country flags here, they might have changed like once after getting independence or something like that, or some monumental change for the country. But that is it. It remains. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like the progress flag should have been it.
Yeah, I feel like the progress flag is fine.
Yeah.
But that should include everybody. Do you know what I mean?
And I understand things progress with time. So like I was in Oxford Circus and it was like on different windows. There's been bare flags, you know. There's been a lot of LGBT flags.
What, the ones that I mentioned, like lesbian standalone ones?
Yeah, but from the beginning of time
yeah,
before the progress, there was even changes before the progress flag. And it's only not until progress that people really noticed that there was changes.
That is so funny.
Yeah, and I thought with the progress flag, I get it. People are like, okay, you're doing too much. But okay, do you know what? It looks
I get
kinda
that
nice.
one.
I get
That's
that
why
one.
I'd add non-binary. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get it.
But this heart, slap bang in the middle.
Whose idea was
With
that?
the same, it's got the same colours in the
Yeah,
flag.
whose idea
With the
was
same
that?
colours. It looks a bit silly because, especially because it's the same colours, it just looks a bit silly to me.
Whose idea was that? Whose idea? I'm sorry.
And I hope no one feels offended by what I'm saying because that's not my intention at all. I just feel like disabled people should already be included in every single subculture.
And if they're not, I don't necessarily think a flag is going to do that. We need to do it properly.
Yeah.
In real time, in real life.
All spaces need to be accessible.
That's why we make sure that our spaces are accessible. It's really, really important because obviously we have disabled listeners and supporters and stuff like that, people who want to come to our parties, so we always make sure that it's accessible. And that's how you do it, not by...
And we're open to hearing like what
we
kind
can
of
do
things
better
we do to make it more accessible as well. So that's that too.
Yeah, but that's the flag, guys, if you need if you wanted to know, because we didn't know. I did not know.
We didn't know. But yeah, that's all I have on the agenda this week.
Do we have any dilemmas?
We do have some dilemmas. Okay. Hey guys, I love listening to the podcast and look forward to every episode. Really appreciate you, babes. Thank you for showing up every week for the Black queer community. I hope you can both help me with my dilemma. I've been with my partner for nearly 4 years. We're engaged and plan to get married next year. When we first met, she identifies as a STEM lesbian, but more recently has become way more femme. When we go out together, we always attract a lot of male attention, which I cringe at, but my partner revels in it. I am 90% gay, 97% gay, and initially thought she was too, but she's opened up more recently that she thinks she may be bi. We recently went on a trip and she got close to a guy. I ended up kissing him at an event. This didn't bother me. Since returning from the trip, she's admitted to still speaking to this same guy and he wants to take her out. This bothers me. After the trip, she's opened up discussions about non-monogamy and wanting to explore outside of us. She's told me that she craves masculine dominant energy and me being a soft femme, as hard as I try, I can't provide. It hurts to think I'm not enough and I don't feel comfortable right now with a non-monogamous relationship as I can't foresee where it ends. I'm worried if I don't let her explore her crave for masculine energy, it'll hurt us either way. I feel like I could be open to dating other women, maybe, but honestly, I can't imagine doing life without anyone else. Please help.
I don't know what we said the last time, but it does help having more context, though. It does help having more context. It seems like they're different people. They're different people who want different things after being together for a few years. This can happen because as people we change every day, as I've said so many times on this podcast. It seems like they're different people who want different things after a few years of being in a relationship. That's what it seems like. And for me, I would say go separate ways for a while, explore, have your time, and then see if you want to come back to each other. That is going to be my advice. Sorry. Like, I don't know if they can do that exploration while they're still in a relationship.
They live together, so I don't think that's going to be possible.
So what?
But
to actually explore?
Yeah.
I get.
Yeah.
That, all right. I thought you meant they can't break up because
because it's this explore part. But I think that I'm happy that they're both. The one that says she's bi now, I'm happy that she's been honest. She deserved to explore that side of her. When they got together, she was a STEM. STEMs for the most part are lesbians.
So her girlfriend never thought she was.
Yeah. So that means the person who sent this dilemma, that means there is a certain masculinity that she likes in her partners too.
Yeah.
And now that isn't there. So they're both craving.
They're both not getting what they want. They both want masculinity.
They both want masculine energies. And they're both not really getting that. And I think the fact that she doesn't mind her lips in somebody, it sounds like this is more of a romantic issue, more than like a physical issue, like more than a sexual one. I think it's more of a, she's still chatting to the guy, so now I need to send this dilemma.
Yeah, because it's romantic now. She says she don't mind the kissing, but the guy wants to now take her out. She has a problem with that. Yeah. Because it's romantic. That means there's a chance for feelings to develop if you're spending quality time.
Yeah.
With people.
Quality time, that's how feelings start to develop, like as we said before. So
gotta avoid
that for me, I just feel like You need to be honest about where you guys are. We always talk about how people outgrow friendships and also outgrow relationships. And when you outgrow a relationship, it doesn't mean you love them any less. It just means that your needs are not being met anymore. It means that who you came into this relationship is you're not those people anymore. No. And now you need to refigure out if you're still compatible.
They're not.
And the thing is, in relationships, it's always going to change. And I think it's important to have a commitment to getting to know each new version of ourselves and also loving that new version of yourselves.
But also saying, if this person veers way off,
that's also, you're entitled to that too. You're entitled to be like, this ain't it
this
anymore.
is not the person that I met and fell in love with.
I feel like there's definitely a feeling of losing the other person.
Yeah, because
you need to get rid of that fear of losing anyone.
Do you know what it is? It's so hard because they're best friends.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Like when you're a woman, you get with another woman. Like it's just like the best thing ever because it's like you can see yourself. Like it's literally holding a mirror up to yourself. You can see yourself. You see each other because you have similar life experience. You move through the world in a similar way, and so when you have that relationship, it's very, very hard to let go of. Mm-hmm. Like it's almost as like you've lost like this person, like you actually lost this person, and so like like you have to mourn it. So I completely understand why they're very like sort of reluctant to veer off and sort of like explore by themselves and break up.
But it doesn't seem like the former stem is reluctant to. She's talking. She's doing her part.
I think she wants to do her thing as well, though.
Yeah, that one is doing her part. But I think at the same time, if her babe says no, the person who said
but then you're not happy. Do you know what I mean?
Like you owe it to yourself to explore that.
You need to be like, because life is so short. Like you need to do what makes you happy. Mm-hmm. You can't just stay in something to make someone else happy. No. Like it's not enough. Like it will never be enough. Like you have to fulfill yourself. No one completes you. You complete yourself. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? You have to continuously do that in life.
I don't think this is like we're telling you guys to break up, by the way. This is like you guys break up situation.
No, but I think
this is about being honest with yourselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's more so about being honest about where you are and what you can do, because it seems like, one person's all right with an open relationship, the other person is not. Mm-hmm. And what does that open relationship look like? Is it only going to be strictly, sexual? Is it going to be romantic? Because I bet you, even if it was just sexual, this girl used to be a son and she starts seeing this guy just sexually, it's still going to be an issue. Mm-hmm. It's still going to be an issue.
Yeah.
So,
and like she said, where does it end? So what you do? So this guy, you're not feeling him no more. So what? Another guy comes along, you're gonna feel that one, and it doesn't really seem like the person who's sent in this dilemma really wants it.
She doesn't. I don't think she wants non-monogamy. I think she wants monogamy.
That's her person. That's
but then
that.
Also, what about her needs? Because she wants more masculine energy.
Yeah.
You're not meeting each other's needs.
Yeah. I definitely think not meeting each other's needs, and I feel. Do you know that the Indian matchmaker show? Auntie always says, relationships, marriage is about compromising. Sometimes you have to you can't always get what you want in a relationship.
It's true. In life, sometimes you have to compromise. Yeah, you have to compromise.
Are you willing to compromise this feeling of wanting to explore your bisexuality and just be with your woman? And also, are you willing to compromise the fact that you don't want to be non-monogamous in order to be?
When people compromise, do you think they build resentment?
Yeah. I definitely.
So what's the point?
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if there's such thing as healthy resentment. But the thing is, if you're going to compromise, I
don't know.
Maybe not so harsh. I feel like it can do a lot of the time, but I feel like there are going to be some situations where there's always things that we don't mind letting go.
Small things, though.
Yeah, there's always things we don't mind letting go.
But when you feel like you really want something and you can't have it because this person is standing in your way, like what does that do to you? What does that do to your relationship?
Yeah. Because it seems like this is an important thing. It's not a small thing.
But it's part of her identity.
Yeah, it's not small. It's not something
like
small.
the wanting to explore her bisexuality, that is part of her, and she's entitled to that as well.
Yeah. She is. I'm happy for her. I'm actually happy for her to explore that, because a lot of people, especially people who identify as lesbians, don't, out of fear, out of shame and stuff like that. So I rate her for do you know what? She was a STEM this time. Now she's a femme. Even for becoming a femme, like a lot of people remain in their masculinity and their masculine energies out of shame, because there's a lot of people like to laugh. She's wearing pom pom shorts now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But There's a bravery in stepping into a different version of yourself. So I love that for her.
And that's why we always say when it comes to the age thing, like what you say you are what you are at 23, but we're going to wait until you're 27 or 30.
Right.
That's what we always say. Because
we said it with Darko. When Darko in the beginning, we said it.
Oh my God, I had this argument with my ex because I was like, she was like, oh, Darko's a STEM. And I was like, no, she's not. Trust me. Like, once she gets to a certain place, she's not she's not going to wear a skirt again. She's not going to wear a skirt. This girl argued with me saying, no, some people are just STEM. Some people just do both.
We knew it. We said, remember the episode, we recorded it in Global. We spoke about it on this podcast and we were just like, Darko is going to be just be a Masc.
It's her energy as well. Like, this girl, energy is very, very, masculine. Like, and very dominant.
But there are some people who are the stems. But you can tell ones.
Yeah, you can always
who
tell.
will be a Masc babe. You can tell.
Yeah.
But they have a little bit of, self-exploration to get through. So I do think it's quite brave for the partner to explore a different version of herself and be more comfortable in those versions of herself.
Yeah, I agree.
But now the partner needs to put her needs first. Is this what I want? She's the one that needs to be like, is this what I want?
She's the one that needs to make the decision, and she shouldn't look to her partner to make it for them.
No.
I think she's the one that's going to have to take the reins on this and be like, okay, this is what I can't deal with you seeing other people. If that's what you need to do, please go and do that
on your
ones.
Yeah.
But it has to come from her.
Don't be afraid to have to make that decision as well.
It's hard, though.
I feel like you're saying you can't imagine doing life with her. You can still do life, but in a different capacity. Do you know what I'm saying? I know it's not what you want to hear. Like, it's all of that. But if you feel like you can't have this version of her is not for you, you have to be honest with yourself. You don't want to feel resentful at the end of the day. You have to be honest, and you have to explore maybe being in each other's lives in different capacities. So
I watched the episode of Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy is one of the best shows ever. It's terrible now, but I'm still invested. But I watched an episode back in the day, and it was of a cis woman and a trans woman. Trans woman was getting surgery, and the cis woman, the wife, said that she didn't know if she could be with her. So that was the episode. It was a story. It was this struggle. Like, I married a man. I don't want to be with a woman. I'm not a lesbian kind of vibe. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like when people change, they're well within their rights. Like, the other person's well within their rights to be like, this is not what I signed up for, and I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just an example, but like, I think that's like absolutely fair in anything.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
And do you know, when people transition, when with somebody come out as a trans person after being in a relationship for a while, and then they actually go through the transition, the medical transition, and the partner stays with them throughout all those changes, that is someone who loved you for your soul, child.
Yeah,
they
that is.
soul.
It don't matter what you come, what form you come in, they love you. And then that is, that happens.
Yeah,
that happens.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
But it's also okay if you don't want to be with somebody, like, because if I was with somebody and decided to come as a trans man, I'm not going to be with them anymore because I like women. Do you know what I'm saying? And there's going to be certain physical changes that come about that I won't be attracted to. I'm not attracted to facial hair. I'm not attracted to a deep voice, a masculine, like, man deep voice. I'm not attracted to people who dress in a masculine way.
Yeah.
Like, there's just a lot of physical things I wouldn't be attracted to anymore. And they could change as a person. So I wouldn't continue to be with somebody who was to transition from female to male. That's not something that I would be. And I've asked partners as well, like, would they be with me if I were to transition? And a lot of them say no.
Like, I asked my ex, and it's just no. Like, a lot of them, like, because they're with you because of how you are.
Part of it's because you're a woman. That's why they're with you.
Yeah, and they said that I want your breasts.
Yeah, they do so. But I might remove mine at some point.
You said you wouldn't now, and then now you go back.
Yeah. I don't know. It's up and down. It's an up and down feeling, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, it can be like that. But yeah.
I was talking about it the other day at our event.
Ooh.
Because one of the people that DM'd me to say that they had a breast reduction instead of completely getting them removed.
Why wouldn't you get that then?
No, I think they said they're going to get more reduced.
Oh, no, I'm saying why wouldn't you get that?
Get reduction?
Yeah.
No, I have actually thought. I think reduction is the more realistic choice. I've done a straight removal.
I think that's what you. I just think you want it to be smaller.
Yeah.
Like you want it to fit better in clothing. That's what you want. So it doesn't necessarily need to be gone.
Masc babes with small titties are God's favourites. You are God's favourites.
My titties are not even that small, you know.
They're the ones that you don't even have
That
to wear
have
bras,
no.
yeah.
Oh my god!
You have to wear small,
I'm
bro.
jealous.
You don't have to wear no
They
small,
have
bro.
small in their white vest.
The one.
Fuck's sake.
Them ones.
I wish I had. I wish like Jean.
Yeah, like Jean. That's God's favourite. They are God's favourite masks.
I could never do that. Like, I should just be there.
Like,
Like,
I just have one like this.
one heavy breast. Like,
No, I have two of these just hanging down. if I did
mate. Nah, yes, yeah. I mean, my breasts are not that big, but at the same time, I can't do that vest.
that. No, you can't do the vest. No. You just look ridiculous. No, I just be like, let her go and put on
I've
the bra.
got to put the bra.
Yeah. Like, and bras are so annoying.
Do you know what? I was at work and someone was fixing their bra. And I was like, oh my god, I haven't worn a proper bra in
know, do you know
ages.
that?
Yeah,
It's been a while
and then
since I've done
having to adjust the straps.
Yeah.
I've done
It's
that in
been a while.
ages. I haven't worn a bra because I'm still wearing a bra. Maybe up until maybe I wore a bra once last year. And then all of a sudden I was just I found good sports bras as well.
Yeah. Once you find a good sports bras, you're cool.
Yeah, I found
Yeah.
good sports because we was talking about somebody who needs to buy a good sports bra.
They need to buy. They don't even have sports bras. I don't
They just
think.
have bra, and it just doesn't look good in clothing.
If you've got big boobs, yeah, and you wear men's clothing and you're just wearing bra, I'm sorry, but it looks pointy.
It looks like cones.
It- you got some cones on your chest, and men's clothing is just not designed to have breasts. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you don't like manage the breasts well underneath, the way you're wearing the clothes don't look good, and you need to fit. You need to dress according to your frame, as well.
Yeah.
So, like for example, crop shirts are in fashion at the moment. If you've got big boobs,
It's just gonna hold up here. Do you know what I mean?
the shirt's gonna be all
the
up
shirt
here.
is gonna hold up
and
here.
then down there, it's gonna
yeah.
be, it's just gonna look. It's just no. It just doesn't sit
No.
the way, like properly. It doesn't sit in a very flattering way.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I know, but having said that, I know you can wear whatever you wear. But I'm just saying, like, it looks nicer if you wear a sports bra underneath men's fitted clothing, just because they're not designed. It flattens your boobs a little bit. It doesn't take away your boobs.
No.
The boobs are still there, but it just gives it a better silhouette for your clothes to fit over nicer, I want to say. I even go further and wear chest bands because when I wear certain things, I chest band. When I come on a podcast, I don't chest band. But when I'm out and if I'm wearing a button-up shirt, I'm going to chest band because I don't want that opening section.
That is very annoying. That was one of the
Yeah.
reasons why there was only one time in my life where I thought, oh, I don't want breasts, and it was because I was trying on suits.
Yeah,
Because
but when you wear
so
fitted
annoying.
sports bra, it's fine.
Yeah, when you wear like a proper, like some of these compression ones as well, like these
Yeah.
Nike ones, compression ones, they're good. But like, yeah, it's just that gap is so
is
irritating.
jarring. And whenever I see people with the gap, I just look at the gap. So I know that when I have the gap, people are looking at the gap. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, and also when I just wear normal t-shirts, I just like the way it fits better.
Yeah.
when I chest band, that's
Yeah,
all.
I
I
hear
just
that.
like it. Do you know chest bands? When I did the first wore chest bands,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, it was a bit of a mindfuck because I was used to having boobs. Like my silhouette was used to be having breasts. Like I've got quite big boobs, and so for me it was like, whoa. I feel like everyone's gonna notice a difference. But nobody noticed. I don't think anyone noticed. Ultimately,
Like
it came down to my
it came down to
comfortability.
you, but it does look flatter.
And you know what? I feel like there's only been like anyone who's come to me and said it anyway. There's only been people do notice actually. People do notice that I chest binds.
Do I notice?
Yeah, Dwight noticed, and also there was this a stud called Remy. She messaged me one time and she was like, "Oh, where's your chest band from? I want that kind of flatness as well." So I sent her the link to the chest band. And also I was chest banding at one time and somebody said to me, "Oh, I don't like your structure when you chest bind." Somebody said it to me.
It?
They were like, they don't like it what I'm wearing that day when I chest band and I'm they were just like, I look like a hench person.
Maybe that's
But
what
also
you're
think
going
that,
for.
but also I think that when I haven't been taking creatine, guys. I also think when I was on creatine and really in the gym, I do think it made me look a bit more-
because then obviously like your shoulders, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, like a bit, toned
But
and
also ultimately I'm more comfortable.
yeah, it's
That's
all
what it
about
comes down
it's all
to.
about you.
Yeah.
It don't matter what anyone else thinks. It's all about what you and what makes you feel comfortable and what makes you feel happy and feel good. You know.
But that first chest band was actually a rubbish chest binder.
Oh.
So I don't think many people really noticed it. But in my mind, I was like, oh my God, everyone's going to think I chopped off my boobs when I go outside. Everyone's going to wonder if I'm transitioning. I thought I didn't want questions that I didn't have, that I didn't want answers to. I didn't have questions unanswered. I just want to ask questions. So, but nobody asked.
Yeah, no, I don't think people really. Just do you, man. Do you. On another topic, I bought some dildos from Temu. Do you know what? Someone told me, I can't remember who it was. I can never remember who I get information from. But someone told me that, like Temu do dildos. I was like, what? Temu? Like, I've never bought anything off Temu before. But they sell a lot of shit. A lot of different shit. Like
shit off there.
Does she? What did she buy off there?
Shit.
Okay. So anyway, so I started looking and I bought because it's hard to find black dildos as well. Like
Are you in brown or black?
Brown.
Oh, they're brown on there.
Yeah, I'm talking about my eyes, like brown, brown.
I need to go
tone.
and have a look then. It is hard to find brown dildos.
Yeah, it's hard
in
to
the
find
sizes that you want.
That's the point. And so I think I bought like 7s because 7's like standard.
I need a 7. I've been struggling to find a 7 in brown.
You can never find a 7 in brown.
I've been struggling
It's
for
so
months.
annoying.
Okay.
It's so annoying. So it's good. I'm waiting for it to come because I don't know where it is coming from. It could be coming from anywhere, child.
Okay, when it comes, let me know what the durability is
We'll
like.
do a full review. I'm not going to show it
I
on
don't
here
think
because
we
we'll
can
get
show it, can
we'll,
we?
no
You get
we'll,
demonetized.
we'll get demonetized. But I will do like a full review of
Yeah.
like what it looks like, what it feels like my hands, what it feels like and stuff. I'm still in my asexual era, so
I mean, somebody almost getting you out. You said you had intensity with that person,
please.
so it's possible.
No. Somebody else.
I'm screaming.
Somebody else, child.
Fair enough. Okay, I'm looking forward to the
full
when you get your
review.
Temu.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
Just
Was
wanna
your
help
one
you.
melted?
Yeah, I don't know how. A little bit. I think it's still usable though.
Where did it melt?
Just on the side, like.
It's probably still usable.
It's
then. I
still
thought you meant it melted.
No, it didn't fully melt. It's just like the material kind of like melted, went inwards a bit, but it's fine. It's still stable and durable, and when I come out my face.
Okay, cool.
We done?
I think we can wrap up now.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of people, Americans have been in the DMs asking us when we're coming. Guys, tickets to our live show in New York will be coming out soon. I think next week. The end of July, the tickets are coming out.
Yeah.
And again, if you're somebody who works somewhere who could be our sponsor, please let us know.
Yeah, let us know if you'd like to sponsor our New York show.
Yep.
I've already got DMs from people saying that they're gonna schedule to be in New York at the same time we're gonna be in New York.
Yeah, some people are coming into New York for the live show.
Yeah, so that's great.
Yeah.
And we might have a little surprise party or something.
Yeah.
Something like
I
that.
think we should have a party too.
Yeah.
But thanks for listening, guys. Make sure you use the hashtag Titties Podcast, a conversation on Twitter. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms. And it's now road to 10K on YouTube.
Road to 10K. Let's go and subscribe. That's
subscribe. And give us a rating on Spotify. All that good stuff. Until next week.
Peace.